Hello Enigmas, welcome to another top 8 video series of classical guitar and all there is to know about this fabulous music genre brought by your host, Vidalia. Today we are counting down our picks for the top 8 most underrated classical guitar pieces composed by the one and the only Paraguayan Cacique of classical guitar, the great Agustin Barrios. For this list, we have brought to you a compilation of those pieces by Agustin Barrios that are seldom played by performers and that are not well known amongst classical guitar lovers. The purpose of this top 8 is to let everyone know about these pieces, and it is not by any means a video to say that they are bad. After watching this top 8, we expect our viewers who are classical guitar performers to consider adding them to their repertoire. Before we proceed with our first entry, if you're interested in classical guitar and you wish to know more about music topics, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Number 8. Prelude No. 5 in E major. During his entire career, Agustin Barrios composed a total of 7 prelude pieces of classical guitar. This Prelude No. 5 in E major is one of those pieces that has been well archived in classical guitar academic records during decades of research of the pieces that Agustin Barrios left in his music legacy. There is a probability that there might be more preludes of Barrios scattered all over the globe that we have no knowledge of. If you're an academic classical guitar expert, please share your knowledge with us about this prelude in E major. Number 7. Sargento Cabral. This is an underrated classical guitar piece by Barrios that has a story behind it. Sargento Cabral is a piece that is a homage to the Argentine soldier Juan Bautista Cabral of the regiment of mountain grenadiers who died in the Battle of San Lorenzo, while he was aiding the Colonel Don Jose de San Martin. The action of Cabral in this military confrontation of the Argentine War of Independence gave him lasting fame and a prominent place among Argentine patriots. Little is known about the life of Juan Bautista Cabral, but it is good to know that Agustin Barrios composed a piece to his persona. Number 6. Enigmas de America. As far as we were able to check on YouTube, there are no performers playing this piece. However, there are a few CD recordings available on YouTube to listen to this beautiful piece. We personally chose the original recording done by Barrios during his years of activity. Even though the audio quality of the recording is not the best, given that back in the early 20th century technology was not so advanced as it is today, it is good to hear this piece being played by Barrios himself, since he is known to be the first classical guitarist in history to ever record an album on vinyl discs. If you know how to play Enigmas de America, we encourage you to upload to YouTube your personal guitar performance of the piece and share it with us. Number 5. Prelude in E minor. Once again, we bring another one of the preludes by Barrios. This piece is short and easy to memorize, but it gets kind of tricky when you have to play it at its original tempo of 160 beats per minute, which is also called presto. It requires a performer to practice consistently to get it clean and perfect. If you want to train your left hand fingers to get used to play guitar at higher tempos, we recommend you to add this prelude in E minor by Barrios to your classical guitar repertoire. Number 4. Studio Inconclusive. Just as the name of this piece suggests, this is an etude composed by Barrios that is incomplete and that he could not finish. However, this is one of the few etudes by Barrios that has managed to earn some appreciation by classical guitar performers for the fact that it is incomplete. Studio Inconclusive is still an underrated piece that needs more recognition, and for this reason, we have included it on place number 4 of this top to let our audience know it exists and that they should play and enjoy it. Number 3. Vidalia. Our top 3 on the list is a piece of Barrios that is overlooked by many classical guitar performers and even to be considered somehow underrated. This masterpiece has 2 different versions, one by the name Vidalia, which is in A major key, and the other one Vidalia with variations, which is in A minor key. Since we have limited information about this piece, we encourage you to share with us what you know about it and consider adding it to your classical guitar repertoire if you are a performer. Number 2. Minuet in C major. The Minuet in C major is perhaps Barrios' simplest work from a guitarist's point of view, and was written in El Salvador for his students to perform, since this is a common key with which most beginners get introduced to the world of classical music. As an experienced classical guitarist, this Minuet still has its small changes, but it is a perfect piece of art suitable to help beginners rise to the next level of intermediate students. Before we continue with our number 1 pick, be sure to subscribe to Vidalia Music and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Make sure you click on all notifications, and if you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. And now, before we unveil what we have for you on our number 1 pick, here are 3 honorable mentions. Number 1. Canción de Cuna. We have mentioned this piece in previous tops of this channel, and here we have it once again. There is always going to be a masterpiece ignored by the classical guitar community when it comes to underrated pieces of Barrios. In this case, we have this beautiful composition called Canción de Cuna. A piece that is extremely underrated and that we seldom see YouTube videos of this piece being played by performers. This piece is so underrated that there is little to almost no information about it on the internet. The only thing we were able to find out regarding the piece is that John Williams, a former student of Andres Segovia, was one of the first performers to play it on stage and record a CD performing the piece. John Williams was able to find the piece in the archive of compositions that Barrios left, and for that, we are grateful that he made it known in his repertoire. We hope to see more performers give recognition to Canción de Cuna so that it becomes a cult masterpiece of Agustin Barrios someday. So what do you think about this, Enigmas? Do you agree with our top 8? What Agustin Barrios pieces do you think are the most underrated ones? Please let us know through your comments what you think. Do not forget to share, like and comment on this video. Your host Vidalia will always be here on Vidalia Music to inform you about music and perform classical guitar masterpieces. We hope you, Enigmas, have enjoyed this video. Until we meet again.